Hey, Eric here with a hard mode run. Today I've got a zombie with a spear weapon, so that's a melee ranged hybrid weapon that amplifies and roots if you throw it. I've got VortexStrike, which is fantastic for rearranging guys up close, and then I've got my zombie bite, which is super nifty racial. It kind of does different things in different situations, and so against range targets like this, it can be a little annoying to get in, so I used my VortexStrike there to pull the guys apart. I didn't want to be standing right next to the fairies. But anyways, it's the zombie bite is great against little dudes because it lets you raise the zombie army and they distract your enemies, and they also stack up your debuff, which does tons of damage. The zombie bite does 20% damage amplification per stack, and that is 100% stacking, no timeout. Your guys drop the same debuff that you do, which means that if you have a bunch of zombies running around fighting stuff, you're going to start hitting really, really hard. And better than that, you notice in the bottom of my screen, my zombie has been distracting that warlord for I don't know how long, quite a while. And now I've got a new zombie out of it. I didn't even have to fight that dude. So he's great for big fights because you can zombify a bunch of dudes. And he's also great against bosses because even if you can't raise any zombies, you can keep stacking up zombie bites on the boss. So the zombie does have pretty terrible stats, but he has this really powerful, versatile racial if you can get into range to use it. So he's a bit risk-reward in that respect, but there's always good reasons to get melee on guys. In my case, with this build, you see that I have that rocket VortexStrike combo. So I want to be close to guys just to pull them with my VortexStrike. And so that gives me a chance to bite them anyways. So I'm not too worried about that. And now that I have this zombie horde running around, I don't even have to do anything. They're just going to kill this archer. I suppose I could help. But you notice again, with each bite, they're doing a little more damage. That's because those damage amplifications are stacking. Now they're stacking linearly, not multiplicatively, but still they're super strong. So with the first bite, this guy's taking 20% extra damage. With the second bite, he's taking 40% and so on. So these are little guys, so they're mostly just dying. Use my spear to hold them in place. Let my boys feast a little bit. Alright, so against this boss, the objective is just going to be to stack up a bunch of damage amps on him. Again, I know I'm not going to get any zombies because he doesn't have any followers, but the bite has a really low cooldown. That's something worth noting. And so by spamming it off, I can stack up this damage amplification. So then you notice when I hit this guy, he's taking a ton of damage. Even though, again, as a zombie, I have bad stats, I have bad skill mastery, I'm hitting super hard because of that damage amp. Oh, look, and I got a big old zombie buddy. It's just going to chill here and not come with me, unfortunately. Okay, so I have two looking glasses. I'm going to sweep here, which is going to tell me whether the bazaar is on the left or right-hand side. By the process of elimination, if it's not in this sweep, I know it's somewhere along the right edge of the map because the bazaar is always on the left or right edge of the map. Now, unfortunately, I didn't reveal much useful. I'm just going to beeline it. I'm actually going to hit this spot because it's a hazard, and I like stacking up overworld map items like warps and dusts and stuff like that. These are sort of the most annoying fights. On the one hand, like generally these fights aren't long enough that you can stack up a bunch of spirit. But on the flip side, you know, it's single target, you want to bite him a lot. You're not getting any followers because all his dudes are immune. So I need to be a little careful. I'm kind of low on life just there. So I'm going to play a little more cautious than I have been. I do want to keep biting this guy. I should be using my disruption a little better. I should focus on saving my vortex strikes for situations like that, or it's going to prevent. Oh, I don't want to do a hazard. Or it's going to prevent the little dude from blowing up on me. So you see, I've got quite a few stacks on this guy. He's now taking a lot of damage. So, oh, I almost got myself killed. I have tons and tons of money, which is one explanation for why I feel so weak right now. I do know the bazaar is over here, because it definitely wasn't over here. It's got to be one of these two spots. So that's cool. I know that I can probably spend a bunch of my money at the bazaar. I could go to this town. I kind of need this town for healing, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it. And since I do have extra money, I'm going to get warp stones. So, do I want Sepicles as my god? Probably not. Alright, onward I go. I got a little mini-game action here. I could actually stack up a ton of zombies. I'm going to try to go for a merciless clear, though. And as a result, I don't want zombies, really. Ah, screw it. I'm not getting merciless. My attack speed is way too slow. I forgot I haven't bought a single item to power myself up. So I am now going to start getting a zombie army going, if I can. I'm going to use my rocket to stun that guy who was going to run away with my gold. You notice I positioned myself fairly carefully there to hit a lot of people with that VortexStrike. So now I'm getting a lot of assistance from my dudes. Okay, so I got a perfect clear. That's okay. I don't really want Halloran. I don't feel like he's the god for me. So I should probably break his statue because these necromancers are just going to keep summoning guys if I don't. And unfortunately, I don't have the burst damage again because I haven't bought any items to power up yet. I've got very limited burst, so I kind of needed... Oh, I forgot. Necromancers are not scary for a zombie because if you hit them dudes, then they will come back as zombies before any necromancers can raise them. Okay. False alarm. So I know the bazaar is up there strictly by process of elimination. That's the only point it can be. So I'm going to move towards it. Oh, I got myself hit by that ninja for no good reason. So here, I want to be a little careful. But I got some zombies. I want more zombies. Pull that guy up for another zombie. Leave that guy in place. I'm not sure what I'm really looking for. I have such a non-specialist build so far. I mean, I haven't committed to anything, obviously, since I haven't spent any money. I'm just going to use my only dust on this bazaar and see what they got for me. It's a whole lot of crap I don't really want. Halloran, unfortunately I broke that altar. I could have gotten really good Halloran favor here with his statue on sale. Elixir of Giant Growth is pretty good with Spear because Spear, it likes to attack slowly if you want to attack at range. Maybe I'll just go with Spear build. It's kind of like a super weird build, but this feels like a super weird run. So I'm going to pick up the Elixir of Giant Growth. That's going to make me attack really slow, and I'm not going to worry about my slow attack speed too much because that's going to mean I'm going to get to throw my spear a lot once I upgrade it. I'll go ahead and pick up... Geez, I have just the one Spyglass. It's tempting to pick up both the Spyglass upgrade and the Leprechine Lens. That's going to let me teleport all over the map. And so, for example, I can get things going here. There's actually 2 moves before the shadow, so I can't teleport to the mini-boss and fight my way back, but I can upgrade my spear. So let's do that. Let's try a spear build with a giant zombie. This seems like a terrible idea. Let's see what sets are available. Pyrion's set is not bad. It's not exactly good. Venomancer's boots aren't that great. I have to kill Proctus, ultimately. Proctus is going to be a huge pain in the butt with a spear build because I'm going to have no area of effect damage. So I'm going to build a Pyrion's set just to give myself a little area of effect damage. That's also going to give me a little more attack damage. And so now, geez, my attack stats are pretty pathetic. I'm really not hitting that hard, and I'm hitting it so slow. I don't care, I'm giant. Giant's going giant, so this guy can't touch me. He's going to run at me, and I'm just going to spear him right in the freaking face every time. Okay, not that time. I'm not on cooldown. I'll just poke him here. It's pretty funny how slowly I attack that. I am stacking up lots of bites on him. You notice I'm hitting him pretty hard at this point. And again, when he comes at me, I can either stun him, or I can throw a spear right in his face and stop him in his tracks. Alright, now it's time for God Selection. I have screwed up Halloran. Jeez, Halloran would have been fantastic this run. I think I just want Führer. Führer is always pretty good. I don't really have a lot of things that I would normally look for in a Führer run going on here, but that's okay. Normally I would want to be in maybe an overkill situation where I know his damage amplification would be doing more work than it really ought to, thanks to me doing a lot of overkill on guys. But it's not what's happening here. It's okay. It's okay. I need to heal up pretty bad. I'm so freaking big that I've been taking a lot of unnecessary damage. Jeez, I really should have built around my skills. I don't know what the heck I think I'm doing with this spear, but I'm going to force it. I'm going to make it work. I'm just going to take some attack damage. I'm going to bully my way through. I do have the Lippersheen lens. That's the upgrade to spy glasses. And you know what? I need dust. I don't have any. So let's make use of that big old spear. All right. So I know where a wise man is. I know where the jeweler is. He's going to help me complete this set. I don't have much money, so I probably don't want to hit the wise man. There is Sepicles. I could break his statue. I almost want to shop more at the bazaar. See if I could get like a big attack damage booster or something like that. But what if I just, you know, I have so little money. So little money indeed, and I didn't reveal any mini-bosses. Let's just hope there's a mini-boss over here. Hey, look at that. Oh, Lauren Jesus, you were kind. I did know that there were no mini-bosses in all of that area I revealed, and mini-bosses don't really like to spawn next to each other. So there was actually a pretty good chance. I mean, obviously there was a 100% chance that the mini-boss was there, but I didn't know that. I just knew there was a pretty good chance. Way to walk into a trap right at the end. And then he spawned into his own trap. Poor guy. I mean, he's a zombie now, so maybe he doesn't care. I don't really know what zombies turn into these days. Blue took him. Well, good at throwing spears, but not throwing hooks. Actually, I'm not that good at throwing spears. I've been whiffing a lot. So maybe this is good training for me. Maybe this is the opportunity to really hone this build that has been so pathetic so far. I need to get back to basics. Focus on the fundies. Alright, so I could shop at the bazaar, or I could max out my spear. I think because I know there are going to be more wise men in regions 4 and 5, I'm just going to go see what's going on at the bazaar. And it's kind of crap, man. I gotta say. I mean, yeah, I can make progress with Pyrion's amulet, but I have that jeweler waiting for me. I already saw that jeweler, man. So I don't want attack speed. I'm trying to make this spear thing work. I want to go like this throwing spear build. So I'll just buy the Eye of the Sifter. That's going to give me the option to see lots more stuff. That was a terrible, terrible mistake though, I think. Ultimately. I should have upgraded my spear. I would be doing great things with myself here. Instead, I'm just another sad, sad zombie. In a world oh so full of zombies, is someone taking a look at the Steam new release list? I mean, a lot of zombie action going on there. Obviously we had to jump on the boat, train, bandwagon, whatever the hell you want to call it, by adding zombies to our game. It's the only logical conclusion. The market's completely oversaturated with zombies. Well, let's add zombies. Come on. Marketing 101, right? Let's do what you're doing. Get yourself killed. It's getting yourself killed 101. It's all part of the plan, guys. I'm trying to make this interesting for you. Oh, and I need to break this Sepicles. My goodness. My damage is really something pathetic. But at least my zombie's out there doing work. Alright. Broke that. Hopefully I'm not just gonna die. Feast, my zombie. Feast. Alright. You're too slow, zombie. You know, there's about 1 million ways. Wow. I just missed that blacksmith. There's about 1 million ways this build could have worked out, and I got sort of none of them. I saw none of the signs that it might, and I just went ahead and tried to force it anyways. So, if anyone's curious why I'm about to die here, well, that's probably it. This build is totally ridiculous. I'm not hitting very hard. I'm huge. I have terrible stats. Whatever. I will overcome. Do you believe in magic? I hope you do. Because I'm going to need some of it. Alright. None of this crap is worth anything with this absolutely ridiculous build. I mean, maybe Venomancer's Ring, Jesus. Excuse me. None of this is worth anything. Why did I dig myself this grave? Okay, so wait, should I take Necros as my god? Let's think. I've almost got Führer. But I could almost have Necros here. You know what? I like the idea of lightning bolts hitting my enemies every time I throw my massive Spear of Destiny. So I'm just going to go ahead and break the Necro statue and get my favor with pure almighty god of rage. I'm a bit of a rager, I have to admit. It's kind of my thing. So why not pick the rager as my god? What would be more appropriate? Feast my children. Alright. So now I got pathetic little 70 damage strikes. I have no healing potential. So I better not get myself killed. That would be embarrassing. As a zombie, I'm actually pretty good against this dude. I can zombify all his followers. Normally he likes to eat his followers. But if they're zombies, how's he going to do that? Everyone knows zombies aren't good eating. So he's trying to eat them. Oh, apparently I left one of his dudes. But I also have the spear, which is great for dealing with this dude. He likes to charge at you. And so he's actually dealing with all my zombie versions of his followers, when he should be focusing on the big man himself. Jeez, I have stacked up. Wow, that's so good. So I had so many stacks of zombie on him, and now he comes back as a big old zombie and fights for me. It's just a beautiful thing when you get to fight this particular boss with the zombie master. Come to my children. So you notice there I positioned myself somewhat carefully with VortexStrike. It's interesting to know how VortexStrike actually works, and it's a little hard to figure out from the visual. I think that's something we'd like to improve. But the key point to understand is that this whole blue circle around me is going to be affected by the cyclone, and they're all going to get pulled to a point. If you see that little inner circle, they get pulled to a point in whatever direction you're facing. So if you run over and say this treasure chest was an enemy, if I point over here to the left, he is within my AoE, as you can see with that blue circle, and I can pull him all the way over here to the left from my right. It's very important to know. It gives you a lot of power to move dudes around on the battlefield with that particular skill. Alright, so I'm going to make use of my Spyglass. Not that great use, I'll add. I haven't revealed the town. That's kind of scary. I really need to heal, like, something fierce, so... Let's... okay. Luckily, I should not be able to die here. That guy couldn't run away because he was speared, but, you know, there's really no way that I am going to merciless defense with my absolutely pathetic damage. So I'm just going to go ahead and start. I'm going to be, like, focusing on trying to disrupt these big guys so they don't get away with my gold. And then I'm going to have to body block this dude. And now I can pull him. Okay, I just barely saved my gold there. I don't even know who's who with all these freaking zombies running around. But I do know that if I keep spamming my VortexStrike, no one's getting away. Alright, I've revealed the town. Thank goodness I can heal. You know what? I'm doing my thing. I'm doing my just pure damage thing, even though it's an absolutely ridiculous build. So I'm just going to buy that damage source. I'm going to upgrade my spear, because spears won't spear. So this is not exactly the most useful guide to how to play this game well, but it's a pretty good guide on how to play the game terribly and yet still get kind of far. I'm not dead yet. I mean, objectively speaking, I suppose I am dead. I'm a zombie, but I'm undead. I'm not totally dead. So, you know, different strokes. I will upgrade my spear because as I have committed to it so fully at this point, it would feel ridiculous not to. Not, again, that it's such a good idea, but look at that, 560 damage, my goodness. Oh wow, I can actually non-stop throw spears. So thanks to my Elixir of Giant Growth, which has given me absurdly low attack speed, I can just hold down left click and throw nothing but spears and root dudes in place all day long. How convenient. This build is almost not purely awful. I mean, I almost have to say, this is kind of good. Against a lot of enemies, they can't do crap. That's pretty cool, man. Fully upgraded spear is a nice thing. One thing I do lack, though, is serious deeps. And serious deeps can be seriously useful. I need to find, my goodness, I need to find the blacksmith. Oh my gosh, he's right there. Ah! Oh, I can't get there. No. Alright, well, I revealed a treasure mountain. So I'll teleport down here I will teleport down, dust the treasure mountain, trying to get some zombies. So another great thing, these flesh eaters, normally one of the scarier enemies in the game, because they like to eat each other and heal up. They can't eat the undead. So by making sure to zombify dudes, I can sort of take their special effect out of the battlefield. So I'm going to zombify this dude, I'm going to blow guys up, I'm going to keep swinging. Jeez, I'm so slow and funky looking with that spear, but I can attack from so far away. I basically got a ranged weapon. Fully upgraded spear for the win. I'm actually liking this build. Nothing can get to me. Thought it was kind of ridiculous, and you know what? It is kind of ridiculous, but it's not all bad. In fact, it's only maybe 75% bad. It's kind of good. Eat. I probably should have broken. I should have broken that altar. Saved myself a lot of trouble. But you know, that has not really been the theme of the evening, has it? Oh my goodness. Alright, time to start paying attention. I was getting cocky with that long, flawless streak, but the reality is I don't have that great of stats as a zombie. I need to be super careful in this fight. I am super big. It's going to be super hard to dodge. I don't know why I even went into this fight with 1 big health. I'm going to have to constantly move so that Erik is not blowing up. I'm going to build some zombies, so hopefully Erik decides. Oh my goodness, that guy's sniped. You almost killed me. Man, I've done so much for you. Whew, I got no healing. What the heck am I going to do? I guess I'm just going to not get hit. That's what a professional would do here. Oh, so much better.